Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're in the Black Hills of South Dakota, there are 3 amazing hikes you have to experience. I'll give you the inside scoop on Devils Bathtub, Black Elk Peak, and I'll tell you how to find the hidden Poet's Table. We recently spent 3 days hiking, and I'm here to tell you all about it. But first, this is what happens when you try to shoot a YouTube video walking on slippery rocks. Whoa. So yeah, I basically just fell in the water. Devil's Bathtub is a short hike featuring a naturally occurring water slide and swimming hole. This exciting hike winds in and out of water. The trailhead is fairly easy to find. Starting in Spearfish, drive 10 to 15 minutes south through Spearfish Canyon. The turnoff is located between Bridal Veil Falls and Savoy. If you went past Savoy, you missed it. This is an easy hike appropriate for all ages, but the trail crosses through water in several places, so wear appropriate shoes. Round trip, this hike is 1 to 2 hours depending on how much time you spend at the swimming hole. If you're bringing kids, make sure you wear a swimsuit and plan for some extra time. See the sign, parking is just ahead, and the entrance to the trailhead is just to your left. But the parking lot is up the road a little. As far as where you park, there's a couple of different options. There is a parking lot. There's also up along the road, kind of overflow cars just park along the road. So no problem. We got here probably around 3 o'clock and it's pretty busy, but we found parking. If you came earlier in the day, it probably might be more enjoyable. All right, this here is the trailhead where you enter in. You'll see the sign here. So you'll notice there's the river and then there's a road right there. And then the trail just goes right back this way. So once you found this sign, just follow the water. You can't go wrong. It kind of meanders in and about, and have fun. There's lots of water you have to cross along the trail. Basically, there's 2 ways to get there. You can either go on the trail in the woods, like this, or you can take the water. If you're taking the water leads you all the way up there. There's poison ivy, there's tree roots, there's rocks, and it's slippery in the water. So if you're not very sure-footed, you may not want to take this trail, but it's really cool. arrive in Devils Bathtub, you'll see one of the most unique naturally occurring water features. There's a water slide in the rock formation that drops into a swimming hole. My daughter forgot her swimsuit, but that didn't stop her from trying the slide. The rock was smooth and it was safe. Smaller children should ride on a parent's lap because the water is over 2 feet deep. So I wish I would have known at the beginning, if you have trouble and you're feeling like you're getting lost, basically just follow the water. The trails actually cross the water a bunch of times. All right, so this trail is, I would say, friendly for all ages. Literally I saw people carrying babies. I saw 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, up to people probably in their 60s or 70s hiking this trail. So there's lots of different options. Just be aware, there is some private property here, so just try to be kind of careful. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. No private property. There's like cabins and stuff back in here. Black Elk Peak is located in the Black Elk Wilderness Area, which is in the Black Hills National Forest. If you have visited the Black Hills in the past, you may know it as Harney Peak. It was renamed in 2016 to honor Native American heritage. The wilderness area is over 13,000 acres with hundreds of miles of trails. Black Elk Peak is the highest point east of the Rocky Mountain. At the top there's an old fire watchtower with amazing views. The hike is long and has some difficult parts, so plan accordingly. We took a 12-year-old and she did great. If traveling with younger children, be aware they could get tired or bored. There are several trails that lead to the top. The most popular trailhead is located at Sylvan Lake, and that's where we started our journey. All right, we just started hiking Black Elk Peak, just at the bottom of the trailhead. This is roughly 8 miles total round trip. We started out about 7:30 in the morning, so we wanted to get an early start on the day to be able to hopefully beat some of the warm weather. So we're on Black Elk Loop Peak Trail, and we're on trail number 4, taking the full loop. And this is the longer loop that should be kind of cool. We're probably not even a mile into loop 4 and there's already a bathroom. And interestingly, it's got a parking area too, which is small, but when you compare it to the Sylvan Lake area, this might be a better place to start off the trail if the Sylvan Lake parking is full. Lots of natural wildflowers, really pretty terrain. To see behind me, really beautiful. Nice trail, very well groomed, so it's not technically difficult. The entire trail system is marked with blue diamonds. See up on the tree right there? You know you're on the trail because of blue diamonds. I actually downloaded a map system that works off of GPS. It doesn't require any connection to like Wi-Fi or cellular, because basically you're not going to have connection out here. Plan ahead, get an app that supports GPS navigation, download maps ahead of time. That way it eliminates the likelihood of getting lost. So I'm partway up the trail here. A lot of strenuous climbing. It's getting pretty steep up this direction. We're probably about 1/5 of the way on the entire trail. There's a couple hard spots left ahead of us. All right, I'm not sure if you can see it, but basically right there is the lookout tower that we're hiking to, which is Black Elk Peak. We're quite a ways away. You can probably barely even see it off in the distance there. We're actually at a rest spot partway up the long portion of the trail here. You can kind of make it out in the distance. I'll try to zoom a picture so you can see. So there are a couple opportunities along the trail to do some offshoot exploring. So one is cathedral spires. We decided not to do that just because it's already gonna be a long hike, and we figured we can come back some other time and explore that a little bit. So we're just gonna head to Black Elk Peak. All right, we came up on a cool rock. Kind of went uphill for quite a while, and then it went downhill for a while. Kind of a nice chance to catch our breath a little bit, get a little rest. All right, we're near the peak. We're about to hook up with trail number 9. Then it goes to the peak, and then we're gonna go back on trail number 9. So we're almost done, almost halfway there. We're nearing the top. Can you see it? Where is it? Almost there. I'm on top of Black Elk Peak. All right, we're on our way down, and I will say that the hike down is a lot easier than the hike up, but the views up there were amazing. It took us 2 hours to get up there. That was stopping and resting some, so I wouldn't say it was a strenuous pace, but we also weren't taking our time either. So plan 2 hours each way, I would say. On our hike down, we're taking Black Elk South Trail number 9, which is more of a direct route. Saves us at least a mile. Of course, it's downhill too. So far, at least, the terrain seems like it's a lot better than it was going up. The other way was more scenic, so. Okay, still on our way back. We have maybe a quarter of the way left. It got kind of tough there actually. We went through a valley, so we did go uphill, so it was not all downhill on the way back. And the views started getting a little better. Kind of got out of the woods we were stuck in for a while, so I'll kind of show you behind me. You can see off in the distance there. Kind of gives you a feel, the spires and that kind of stuff. I'll get a little closer here, take a nice video of it. All right, we're getting near Sylvan Lake. We just passed the Lost Cabin offshoot, which is like a side trail you can take. Not something we're gonna tackle today because we've already been hiking a few hours. Like I said, we're coming back to Sylvan Lake. The next few minutes here, it looks like we're getting towards the end of the trail. Just a couple things on the trail. It is dog friendly. You can bring your dog on a leash on the trail, although there were a lot of people that had them not on leashes. Just keep in mind it's quite a hike, so make sure your dog can handle it. Make sure you bring water. It can be really a lot of sun, can be kind of hot. You want to have a supply of water, probably want to have some snacks with you too. Plan round trip, you're going to be talking 4 to 6 hours, just depending on how quick you're going. It can be kind of tiring, take lots of rest along the way. If it's raining, be aware, it could be slippery. I wouldn't want to be on these rocks when they're slippery, so I would probably shy away if the weather was bad. All right, we just finished the trail. It's 12:30. We started at 7:30 in the morning. That's another bit of advice. Start early because like the parking lot's completely full now. There's no way you'll find a spot here. People are at the lake, hanging out. Pretty much get started earlier, just don't bother doing it. It's also less warm in the morning. So yeah, 7:30 to 12, and we stopped quite a bit along the way. Sat at the top quite a while. Beautiful hike, highly recommend it. Just know your limits before you undertake it because it's quite the journey. Poet's Table is a special area that's on a hidden trail. It's accessible from the Little Devils Tower Trailhead, about 5 miles into the hike. The trail is unmarked and location can be difficult to find. The table and cabinet are a special area and pay tribute to the vagabond poet who used this special area to write poetry. If you're having trouble finding it, don't give up. It took us 30 minutes of searching around every rock. Bring a pen and leave your writings behind. All right, this is about 4, almost 5 minutes into the walk. Look at the tree there, that blue arrow. Trail going up. This probably does go up, but we actually went up a little further up the trail between 2 granite outcroppings. We're not going to reveal the exact location, but we did find Poet's Table. You can see in the background there. Different writing and stuff inside the box here. And a killer view off in the background. It's a bit of a strenuous hike up the hill to get up here, but it is well worth it. You can see all sorts of writing. marking on the rock. When you're climbing up, it's probably the easiest way to find it. I'm on my way down from Poet's Table. Took us about 15 or 20 minutes to get up there. It's not real obvious where it is, but if you kind of follow the trails up to the top, you get there. Kind of look behind me. There's several trails that actually lead up here. They kind of all head up the same way, so just kind of keep following the trails. The view at the top is killer. Please be respectful on your way up. Be respectful of the area. There's probably several ways up, but the way we took had a big log between two rock outcroppings, and we just went right between the outcroppings. Like I say, there's probably multiple ways up here. This just happens to be the way that we took. On the trail marker to Little Devils Tower, basically you hike about 5 minutes in. There's two granite outcroppings, and that's where you enter the trail at. It's pretty much at the 5-minute mark, but give or take a minute or two if you take a trail to your left. They pretty much all lead up there, and you'll see a bunch of well-worn trails, or you're probably gonna see hikers coming down. So you might have to hunt a little bit. Pretty much if you go up to the top, you should find it.